the smell killer that nearly led this woman to commit suicide? What mystical force is turning a beautiful woman's life into a living hell? Don't miss it. The psychics will expose the woman behind it all. This is Psychic Investigations, a show of real and astonishing stories. Here, people who call themselves clairvoyants investigate sensational criminal cases and incredible supernatural phenomena. Irina is a beautiful 39-year-old Ukrainian woman. She's married and has 2 sons, 5-year-old Sasha and 18-year-old Ihor. But for over a year now, she's barely left her apartment because she smells absolutely awful.
Now, I hardly even go out to the balcony. The stench is so bad. Not even old people smell like this.
Irina herself doesn't notice any bad odor, but everyone around her does.
A smell coming from Mom is like something rotting.
Family and friends all insist Irina is scrupulously clean. She washes her clothes regularly and keeps her home spotless.
I've never met anyone more clean in my life. But every time Irina steps outside, she reeks.
She's sweet, kind, very pleasant, but she carries this awful smell.
She went through dozens of tests, saw nearly every kind of doctor, and underwent a full medical examination.
I did all kinds of ultrasounds. Then they checked my organs with an endoscope. They observed me, but in the end, it wasn't their problem.
Doctors couldn't find the source of the odor. When she asked what to do, they just shrugged.
One of them told me, "You know, medicine can't help you. You need someone else."
Irina has been married to Serhiy for 20 years. He suffers from sinusitis and, luckily, can't smell the stench. But he's fed up with the mockery about the smell, from friends, neighbors, even strangers. If she doesn't fix it, he says, he'll leave.
He's ashamed to live with me.
Tensions at home are rising. Just days ago, Serhiy said something that made her freeze.
He said, "You better figure this out, or go get a rope."
No one talks to her anymore, not even her friends. Everyone's turned away.
It's hard to watch her cry every day, suffering like this.
The fear of losing her family pushed Irina to act. She turned to people with extraordinary abilities. She is convinced the unbearable odor coming from her body is the result of a magical attack, which means clairvoyants are her only hope. The case was taken up by clairvoyant Olha Kalinova from the Czech Republic.
When I look at this photo, I see a red flower, otherworldly in its beauty. It gives off an incredibly pleasant scent, but then I see vile worms crawling out of it. These slimy creatures begin devouring the helpless flower.
Joining the investigation is psychic Serhiy Kolesnichenko.
When I work with her photo, I get this strange smell. And it's like the entire woman is covered in mold.
Now I see many people trapped in an enclosed space. Oh my God, what horror. I hear screaming, sobbing, cries. It feels like blood is raining from the sky. They're all dead.
I see this woman putting on a black dress. She loves it. But then the dress is torn apart, shredded with unbelievable rage. It's like if Irina had been wearing it, they would have torn her to pieces too.
Hello. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here. I watch all your episodes. I can't believe you're actually standing in front of me. Please help me. I smell bad. How can I get rid of it?
The moment we stepped into Irina's apartment, I caught the scent of cold, grave-like dampness. It's coming from her.
We'll try to read your energy field and you are extremely vulnerable. It's horrifying. On an energetic level, something sticky and viscous, like a green clump, started crawling out of your chest. This filth is lodged inside you, and when it emerges, it wraps itself around your body, trying to swallow you whole. It's because of this sticky green substance that the odor comes from you. I can sense someone is behind this. There is guilt involved. But the smell is not the worst part. What I saw crawling out of your chest is a real threat to your life. It wants to consume you from the inside.
This state you're in, it's caused by a real entity. But where did it come from? One phrase kept repeating in my mind. Cherchez la femme, look for the woman.
So Irina was right. Her suffering was caused by someone's dark magical interference. But who would do such a thing? And why?
I see something black. It's crumpled and full of holes.
It was my dress. It had been slashed when I opened the wardrobe and found it. Who could have done that?
There's a curse that's cast through personal belongings. They slash it, soak it in strange brews, stab it with needles, and enchant it.
Could Irina's favorite dress have been used in a ritual? One that cursed her body with this unbearable stench?
I have a sense that the person who did this is someone very close to you. Feels like a blood relative. At the time it happened, the person didn't seem entirely sober. Most likely your mother.
Irina's own mother put a curse on her? It's terrifying to imagine.
It's possible. She drank a lot when she stayed with me. It's not something I like to remember.
Irina's parents divorced when she was 5.
I sensed that the relationship between this woman and her mother was very strained. Her mother blamed her for not being able to find love.
She'd say things like, "You didn't let me remarry." Like, men proposed, but I wouldn't let her go.
I was left a stranger in this city, and now I have no one at all.
When we talk about your mother, I feel how much guilt you carry for the fact that she never got married again. And when that thought surfaces, the same viscous green mass I saw at the beginning starts oozing from your chest again, wrapping around you.
It seemed to me that this was caused by feelings of guilt about the memories connected to childhood and guilt towards her mother. And her family life didn't work out. You see, a person acts on emotion, not in their right mind, under the influence of alcohol, trying to destroy something they love.
Irina says that on the day she found her favorite dress torn, she had a big argument with her mother because she wasn't allowed to go on a date.
I felt that the torn dress wasn't actually a curse. It was desperation mixed with alcohol. Your mother did it, and she later regretted it.
You are right.
Our heroine's mother categorically refuses to recall those times or speak with anyone about it.
Because I couldn't.
So, the torn dress wasn't the cause, after all, but what is the reason for the unpleasant smell from Irina?
You know, it's somehow connected to the very moment of conception, to birth.
I see your father on a ship. He's fishing, and he falls deeply in love with your mother.
Our heroine's mother was born in Lithuania. Her father was from Ukraine. They met while working together on a fishing boat.
In Lithuania, I worked on a ship. I was a buffet attendant, and my husband was from Ukraine. That's where we met. Then I moved here.
As it turned out, Irina's parents conceived the child during a voyage, somewhere in the middle of the Black Sea.
When we started talking about your father, I again felt a sense of guilt from you. He is no longer with us.
Irina's father passed away 5 years ago from a heart attack.
Your father may know the cause of this unpleasant smell, but to contact his spirit, we need to go to the cemetery.
Here is my daddy's grave.
Looking at your father's photo, the phrase cherchez la femme, look for the woman, came to my mind again. This was a sign from her father. I decided to summon his spirit.
Serhiy Kolesnichenko prepared everything necessary for the ritual and asked Irina to help him.
I see your father. He's standing there, crying. He's reaching out his hands to you, asking for your forgiveness because he couldn't give you the childhood you deserve. He was probably traveling.
Yes.
Irina's father, Vyacheslav, left the family when she was just 5. He found another woman and decided to marry her.
Of course I missed my dad. He was living with another family.
10 years later, Vyacheslav divorced his second wife. Sometime after, he went to work in Norway. Irina was 17 then. But how is any of that connected to what's happening to his daughter now?
I see you were preparing to go to him while he was far away.
As it turns out, while in Norway, her father missed his daughter terribly and used to send her letters. One day, he even invited her to come visit.
He said, "I want to invite you over. Maybe you can work here a little."
You were meant to fly to him.
I sense blood, a rain of blood. I can't quite tell. People torn apart.
I saw it too. Dead bodies falling from the sky. And Irina, you could have been among them.
Irina had decided to visit her father and was about to go buy her plane ticket. But suddenly, she had stomach pain. Instead of going to the ticket counter, she went to the hospital. She was pregnant. The trip was postponed. The plane she was supposed to take crashed. All 141 passengers and crew members died. It was the deadliest plane crash in Norway's history.
It was a terrible disaster. I didn't get on the flight.
When you think of your father, I feel you blame yourself for not being there to say goodbye. Oh, that green, slimy substance is coming out of you again.
I constantly blame myself for not being able to say goodbye. I couldn't come.
In 2004, Irina's father returned from Norway to Ukraine. He died 3 years later from a heart attack.
Were you pregnant at that time?
Yes, in the final week.
When her father died, Irina was pregnant with her second child. She had less than a week before delivery and was in the hospital under observation, so she couldn't attend the funeral.
Don't worry. Your father isn't angry with you. On the contrary, he says you should stop blaming yourself. None of this is your fault. He's asking you to stop carrying this guilt.
He's showing me something like a park, like an alley.
The woman immediately recognized the location the psychic described. It was a park in the city center.
It's best we go there.
It turned out that next to that park was the building where our heroine used to work in a communications office. She went on maternity leave 5 years ago and never returned. Could something have happened there that still affects Irina today?
When I look at this place, I see a swamp. It feels like it's pulling me in.
People come here constantly. The cart of scandals, arguments.
And while working here, you punished yourself for not handling something.
Indeed, dissatisfied customers often came here, and Irina had to listen to all of them.
When Olha said Irina couldn't handle her job, the unpleasant smell coming from her grew even stronger.
You worked here together with your husband. The best moments for you were when you went to and from work with him.
Irina's husband also worked at the same place, but he left the job because of low wages.
My husband used to walk me to the bus stop, put me on the minibus. He always met me after work.
I feel your husband's energy now. It seems he's nearby.
And he really was. Serhiy had come to support his wife.
Don't be shy. Stand next to your wife. When Irina worked here, her female co-workers were very jealous of her because they saw how much you loved her.
In the team, they didn't really like her. They were envious. And personally, I think the root of the problem started with her last job. Every time I talked to Irina, I'd hear things like, "They're insulting me, humiliating me."
They disliked her from day one. They whispered behind her back, and there were even strange hints, like some kind of gift, something slimy and slippery.
It was soap.
It turned out that one day, Irina found a strange package on her desk. When she opened it, she saw it was a bar of soap.
Soap, huh?
Yes.
I've come across cases of curses made using soap, meant to steal someone's beauty and attractiveness.
Could it be that her co-workers cursed Irina? And is that the real reason she now gives off a terrible odor?
Soap is sometimes used in rituals to create a hex or curse. For example, washing a deceased person with it and then giving it to someone. But I sense the soap was packaged.
Yes, yes.
So the problem started even before that gift appeared, right?
Yes.
People around Irina started noticing the unpleasant odor even before she got the job. It only grew stronger after she started working there.
I don't sense any magic in that gift. They were just mocking you, hinting at something.
Absolutely right.
You walk down the street and people recoil from you.
Exactly.
You cry a lot.
You have no idea.
They're creating a stressful environment around you. You're being hurt, constantly pushed toward a breaking point.
All of this kept piling up for a very long time, and now it's grown into such a massive problem that the person has essentially become alienated from the human world.
Eventually, Irina decided to quit her job so she wouldn't force everyone to breathe that stench. Now, the woman almost never leaves the house, which is driving her to the brink of madness.
I only bring people trouble. I make them suffer because of me. And I can't find a way out.
That's when I realized that on an energetic level, this vile green slime, this disgusting smell that Irina emits, appeared because she is constantly blaming herself. She believes that all the bad things happening around her are her fault, and all this filth is coming out to get her attention. I understood then, deep inside you, there is a program of self-destruction.
You yourself are to blame for what's happening to you. Then I remembered what Irina's father's spirit told me at the cemetery. Cherchez la femme. That's look for the woman. The woman we were supposed to look for turned out to be Irina herself.
You blame yourself for nearly every problem in your life. Issues with your mother, your father, your job. The list goes on and on. And eventually, this self-blame manifested energetically. It took the form of that green substance which is now eating you from the inside. When your mother reproached you for not being able to get married, that's when you first felt guilt. And that's when this green mass began to form. Later, you unknowingly nurtured it, and the people around you only made it worse.
Help me, please.
You need to change your attitude to yourself. Stop punishing yourself for everything that happens around you. Don't take on guilt for things that aren't your fault. Repeat after me. I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I don't believe you. Say it more confidently.
I am beautiful.
I am loved.
I am loved.
I forgive everyone.
I forgive everyone.
My husband is my rock, my support.
My husband is my rock, my support.
Tell Irina that you love her.
I love you just the way you are.
To get rid of all this negativity, you just need a cleansing.
Please, I'm begging you, help me.
I saw a peaceful place nearby. Let's go there.
For nearly an hour, the clairvoyants prayed and didn't let go of Irina.
At first I felt how Serhi helped pull out that substance that was inside me. And Olha, she filled me up, filled me with warmth, kindness, peace, everything. I truly felt it. Such lightness came over me. You know, I feel like I want to spread my wings.
A man's ghost is hunting his wife and children. Don't miss out. Will the psychics uncover the secret of a terrifying ritual? And what is the widow really hiding? Olena Kaplun lives in a small town in southern Ukraine. She is a mother of 2 daughters and works as a kindergarten teacher. The woman reached out to our program because she is convinced that the ghost of her beloved husband, Andriy, who died a few years ago, is about to kill her.
He strangles me.
Olena's 10-year-old daughter, Victoria, also sees the ghost in their apartment.
I feel like someone walks behind me.
The girl even started stuttering because of the shock.
I heard the door open.
The man died in an accident. At the time of the tragedy, Olena was pregnant with their 2nd daughter. It's hard to even imagine what the woman went through. And then, right after the funeral, real horror began in the apartment.
I woke up to creaks and knocks on the door. I answered it, but there was no one there. And then my husband's portrait fell. You see, it couldn't be a draft.
The woman grabbed her older daughter by the hand in fear and ran out of the apartment.
And there was this step. I tripped over it.
Pregnant Olena rolled down the stairs and hit her head on the window in the stairwell.
God forbid anyone to experience something like this.
Olena could have lost her child and her life. Fortunately, everything turned out fine. However, since then, she has constantly been in danger. Olena is convinced that her late husband is taking revenge on her because she did not save him from death, although she could have. A psychic warned her about the danger.
You were filming the show, and I saw Kayal Alekperov. I asked him for help, and he predicted that I would soon have a child and that my spouse, his death would be near a tree.
As it turned out, Kayal Alekperov advised Olena to save her husband from inevitable death and told her exactly what needed to be done.
He gave me candles and advice which I just didn't use because it slipped my mind.
A year later, Olena indeed became pregnant, and soon after, her husband died a terrible death.
Exactly a year later, not a day earlier, not a day later. He really died near a tree. He crashed. I blame myself for this.
The thought that her late husband might take her little daughters to the other side drives Olena insane.
I need help from the psychics.
We contacted Kayal Alekperov.
I remember this woman. What you're describing is probably her 2nd husband's death. I warned her this could happen. But at the time she contacted me, he was alive, while her 1st husband had burned to death in her apartment.
We urgently contacted Olena, and she revealed something truly shocking. It turned out that she had already buried 2 husbands, both named Andriy. The first, the father of her eldest daughter, burned alive in their apartment under very mysterious circumstances. A new heater in the living room somehow caught fire, and the man couldn't escape.
This is terrible. Just terrible.
Both men died very young and in very terrible ways. This is not a coincidence, but a pattern. If the spirit of her late husband wanted to kill Olena, he would have done it long ago, as it's been 4 years since he died. It seems the spirit resorted to violence to scare her, so she would call us for help. He wants to stop the thing that took his life.
Kayal Alekperov, along with his colleague Yaroslava Fedorova, set out to investigate. On the way to Olena's, they work with the photos.
My sacred book says, skulls are a sign, don't miss it. Death is hidden at the bottom.
At the bottom of what?
I don't know. But I had a strange vision. A grave, next to which stood this woman, Olena, and several men surrounding her. She held a transparent vessel with something red inside, like blood. She took a sip, then kissed the men one by one, and they fell dead.
It looks very much like some kind of ritual.
It feels like Olena is hiding from us something very important.
I had a dream last night. I saw a dead young man, and suddenly he opened his eyes and said with difficulty, "It's all Svetlana's fault."
We need to find out from Elena if there is someone with that name in her circle.
What is this?
Yaroslava dropped her beads or something she uses for work. It made me a little wary.
There's dead energy here. Sorry, I can't leave it here. Do you have a piece of cloth or something?
Yes.
It feels like there is a spirit present somewhere near us.
Thank you.
I've been waiting for you. I'm scared.
Olena, let me assure you that your second husband's spirit doesn't wish you harm. It seems he tried to provoke you to seek help to stop the force that took his life.
For some reason, I see 3 letters. A.
Andrei was my first husband, and my second husband was also Andrei.
And who's the third A?
Can we go up to your apartment to work?
Yes, please.
Olena's daughters and mother are already waiting for the psychics in the apartment.
Hello? What are your names?
Victoria. Maria.
I got a vision of Maria standing with one foot in the grave. At that time, I didn't yet understand how bad things really were.
The girl's energy was indeed so weak, as if she was on the edge.
Olena's elder daughter stutters because she feels something otherworldly nearby. But is her younger sister really a step away from death?
For some reason, I constantly feel a cold draft from that part of the apartment.
There's a smell of death here, and something is burning my back. It's scorching.
I see what she means.
Wait, the ring was taken off a dead man.
Is this the wedding ring of your deceased husband?
Yes, the one who burned.
Olena says she chose this wedding ring for her first husband before the wedding, and now it is the only thing that reminds her of him.
You can't keep such things at home.
Are Olena's loved ones doomed to die because she keeps her first husband's wedding ring at home?
My jinns say that this ring from the dead man is pulling not men but the child to the other world, because children's energy is the most vulnerable. Your younger daughter is in serious danger. Wait. I was drawn here by this man from the photo.
This is the father of my second daughter, Maria.
He came to you in a dream and warned that his daughter was in danger.
Yes, I had such a dream. He came and said, "I'm here for Maria." And literally the next day, she fell asleep at the kindergarten and did not wake up for more than a day.
The mother called an ambulance. The girl was urgently taken to intensive care.
She was on the brink of death, and they told me to give up on her. She had oxygen deprivation of the brain. They said that if there was no blood flow to the brain, she would end up in a vegetative state.
But I hear a voice. A woman brought you good news.
I was told she had regained consciousness.
You must get rid of this ring immediately.
Leave it at a church.
Yes, I'll dispose of it.
We checked Olena's apartment, but it was all clean. There were a few options left. Either someone from the world of the dead was taking her men, or it was some kind of curse. There is a woman who envied your relationship with a certain man. She thought it was an unfair relationship, and she shouted at you, "I will make sure you have nothing and no one."
The woman is older than you. She's blonde, and there's a dark-haired man between you.
Another A.
Andrei. We simply dated. My first love.
It's hard to believe, but in this woman's life, besides the 2 husbands named Andrei, there was another man with the same name, Olena's first love.
And who is the woman I described?
There was a woman who loved him and wanted him to be with her.
Olena did not know until the end that this woman was his wife, and Andriy was simply cheating on the poor woman.
How many years is that woman older than you?
5. This is Svetlana.
It's the name from your vision.
It's all Svetlana's fault.
So Svetlana is Olena's rival. Is it her to blame for all the misfortunes?
She came to me and said, "I will make sure you are never with anyone, never."
Here we are, a curse of loneliness. We just need to find this Svetlana.
Where does she live?
On the way to Svetlana's, Olena admits that 15 years ago, there was even a fight between her and the other woman.
There was indeed a fight, yes. She pulled my hair.
As soon as the psychics reach their destination, a woman comes out of the building.
Here is Svetlana.
Svetlana, hello. We came to see you.
What do you want?
All my husbands die.
What does that have to do with me?
After your words, after your curse, when you told me I would never be with anyone.
How could he date you and live with me?
You should have dealt with him instead of cursing me.
In fact, I see that the man you cursed Olena over was deceiving you too, Svetlana. He took advantage of the job and home you provided him. And he eventually dumped both of you.
But I didn't curse you.
Well, I had to defend myself.
Did you seek help from magicians or sorceress?
Never in my life.
Draw a card. No, you're innocent.
It was probably, just emotions when two rivals are sorting things out.
The curse sent by this woman couldn't have had the power to cause deaths. Svetlana said those words in the heat of the moment. They didn't carry a deadly intent.
So if Svetlana is not responsible for the deaths of Olena's husbands, then who was the young man in your vision talking about?
Oh my God. It's the second rosary that broke today.
Yaroslava, these are skulls. Skulls are a sign, don't miss it.
Look, one rosary broke there, and another one broke here. I think we need to go back there.
There was indeed a deathly energy near Olena's home. We missed something important.
We urgently return to the place where the clairvoyant's first rosary broke earlier today.
All this time, I had the feeling that Olena was hiding something from us. And it turned out I was right.
The spirit of a deceased person presents here.
We need to try to contact the spirit.
We need wine and a glass for this. It feels like he's walking around here but can't approach us.
It's a young man's soul.
What's going on? The wine bottles seemed to be pushed by someone, and then we saw a kitten that came right up to Olena.
The deceased man's spirit is in the kitten. He wants to tell us something. He says, Olena knows everything. She is to blame for everything.
I don't know.
It's what the spirit says. You knew him. He was close to you.
Some kind of poison is spreading through his body.
It's Ihor. We were friends when we were young. We went to the same school, but I was a little older. But I liked him very much, and Ihor liked me.
It's hard to believe, but this young man, who was in love with Olena, also died 20 years ago, right in this building.
We entered and he felt unwell. His heart stopped and he died of an overdose.
The boy decided to try drugs. A teenage experiment ended tragically. Ihor died right in front of his friends.
He's a suicide because he took the drugs himself. That's why his spirit is bound to this place.
I missed him terribly.
It's shocking. Death takes everyone who has feelings for Olena. But why did this particular young man, with whom it all started, contact the psychics?
The spirit says he's innocent, and he's also a victim. And he adds that you were there together. Where was it?
I don't know.
He's showing me a grave and a full moon. He says he was there with you and some other people.
Once when we were kids, we went for a walk and took some wine. We didn't have anything to pour it into. So the guy suggested taking a jar from a grave.
And you took a jar from the grave.
Yes. And we poured the wine into it and drank it.
Did you drink it too?
Yes.
Did Ihor drink it?
Everyone drank it, yes.
Kayal, find the cause at the bottom, remember?
I had a strange vision. She held a transparent vessel with something red inside, like blood. She took a sip, then kissed the men one by one, and they fell dead.
Of all who drank that wine, some died, some hanged themselves, and some fell out of windows. And I lose my husbands.
But why did everyone who drank the wine from that ill-fated vessel die? But Olena is still alive? And how are her husbands connected to all this? Why did they die?
I beg you, this needs to be stopped.
We need to go to that cemetery.
And find the grave from which you took the jar.
I'll show you. It happened in this cemetery. I was the only girl in the party, and the rest were boys, about 8 people. There were no other girls with us. But I didn't see who found the jar or from where it was taken.
I see a vision of a white cross.
Kayal, I think it's here. So, this is Svetlana. This is who we were looking for.
Everyone is scared. Could this really be the same Svetlana responsible for the deaths of Olena's husbands? But how could that be?
The woman buried here didn't take your husbands to the other world. She's not responsible for their deaths.
A ritual was performed on this grave. It wasn't just a jar. A woman came here and performed some kind of ritual.
And the woman is not in the grave. She lives.
But who is it? What ritual did she perform? And how did it affect those who drank the wine from the jar taken from this grave?
It appears that it was a ritual to transfer widowhood to the deceased. To do it, you need to go to a cemetery and find the grave of a woman with the same name as yours. A special spell is recited on the grave, and an offering consisting of certain items is left. Among them is always a vessel with wine. Olena and the boys took it from the cemetery, and along with this vessel, she took on the transferred widowhood.
It seems that the wine from the ritual remained at the bottom of the vessel. The boys who drank it suffered, and as the only female in the company, you took on the widowhood.
This is your mistake, yours and of those people who were with you.
I understand why the spirit of Olena's second husband, who died in an accident, wanted us to come and stop the widowhood. Because he is primarily concerned about their daughters, Maria and Victoria. The girls will inherit their mother's fate, and with it, the widowhood.
It turns out that shortly before his death, Andrei promised Olena that he would do everything to ensure their daughter's safety.
How can I atone for such guilt? What do I need to do?
We need to perform a ritual. Olena took on the widowhood transferred to the buried woman. And what is widowhood? It's certain encoded information that is imposed on a woman's karma. We needed to seal the information in Olena's headscarf and burn it. This way, the widowhood program would be neutralized. Close your eyes and leave, and don't look back. Never return to this cemetery again.
Thank you with all my heart.
A year after the investigation, we called Olena.
Olena, hello.
Hello, Yaroslava. I'm very glad to see you. I got married. I love this man very much. We'll have a baby soon. I'm pregnant.
My congratulations.
You helped me greatly, and I know that things will get better.
A faceless ghost tries to drag a child to the other side. Don't miss out. The psychics will reveal the shocking truth about the boy's mother. The Savchuk family lives not far from Kyiv, Ukraine's capital. Tetiana is a music teacher. Her husband, Ruslan, makes custom furniture. And this is their only son, Ilya. Recently, terrifying things have been happening to the boy.
He was riding his bike around the house. At a certain point, he abruptly turned and collided with the wall.
The boy hit his head badly. His parents were terribly frightened. The next incident, though, forced Tetiana and Ruslan to seek help from the psychics. Something invisible knocked the boy off his feet and almost crippled him.
It happened right before my eyes. He was standing there, and it was as if someone took his head and slammed it against the radiator.
The blow was literally a centimeter from his temple.
We called an ambulance, and he was hospitalized and x-rayed because it was really seriously.
And the scariest thing is that before each dangerous incident, the boy sees a faceless man.
He said he saw a man next to him, and the man had no face.
He was in a black sweater. He was scary.
It's incredible. But Ilya's mother also sees the image of the man in black. He first appeared to Tetiana before she lost her baby. Ilya was one of the twins. But the second twin died in the womb.
I couldn't see his face, like it was fogged. He told me, "We will come soon and take him away from you." I asked, "Whom?" And he said, "The one you love very much."
The next morning, the pregnant woman was admitted to the hospital with unbearable pain, and there she heard the doctor's terrible verdict.
We had 2 of them, but only one lives.
Fortunately, the other twin, Ilya, was saved. But now, his life is also hanging by a thread.
I fear for my son's life. I need help badly, and I'm begging for it.
Famous Ukrainian psychics Yana Pasinkova and Rubina Tsibulska responded to Tetiana's plea.
While I was checking little Ilya yesterday and tried to understand who wants to harm him, the card showed me a woman sitting over an open coffin. It was impossible to see who was in it, but she seemed to be whispering some kind of spell.
And they had a dream last night. A man was holding Tetiana's son by the hand. They were standing with their backs to me, so I couldn't see the man's face, but he had wings behind his back, and the wings were all covered in blood.
Could it be the Angel of Death?
The Angel of Death has black wings, but this ones were white, but covered in blood. I don't know what kind of angel he is, but he's somehow connected to the boy's problem.
Where to find the faceless man? The dead girl has the answer.
What's wrong?
Something black ran across the road.
It's a mask. Where did it come from?
It dashed out from over there. I don't know.
It's a sign.
Later, the sign will prove to be bad. But for now, the clairvoyants do not yet know what awaits them.
Hello.
Hello. We're desperate for help.
When we were in Tetiana and Ruslan's yard, necrotic energy was emanating from the house. Did you buy the house long ago?
Not really.
When you moved into this house, were you pregnant?
Yes.
And the pregnancy, I feel, was very hard for you.
Yes.
There was a risk of losing her.
So the problem with Tetiana's pregnancy arose as soon as they moved into the house. I decided to tune in more deeply to the place.
And I needed to work with Ilya to understand who the faceless man was and what he had to do with the boy.
Ilya is now inside with his grandma,
Could I go in there with you?
Yes, of course.
Ruslan, you stay with me, all right?
Yes, sure.
Hello, what's your name? Ilya. And I'm Yana. Nice to meet you.
Helena.
Something about Tatiana's mother made me uneasy. I felt that she constantly had to deal with death. How exactly, I couldn't understand yet. Besides, at that moment, I was more concerned about the boy. I asked cards about the child, if there was any influence. They said no. That is, it's not attached to him, you see? Someone lives here. It's like this is their home. I want to see it. Do you have church candles at home?
Did you see that? The candle is crying. It's all black. This means it reacts to necrotic or negative energy. My candle blackened near a specific room. Something's wrong here. What's behind this wall?
A living room?
He's in the room. I feel cold coming from there. Careful, careful.
It's just terrifying. Out of nowhere, a suitcase fell from the cabinet. It shattered the glass, which almost injured people.
We got all scared.
I felt a chill on my arm.
Rubina.
What's wrong?
I'm scared.
We're going to drive him away now.
Lord, show your mercy and calm down, my dear.
To avoid putting the boy in danger, his grandmother takes him out of the room. The clairvoyants try to figure out what it was.
I have goosebumps. I was sure that the suitcase fell from the cabinet for a reason. Maybe it's some kind of sign, and with its help, we can understand who this faceless man hunting the child is.
What's this? What are these things?
This cabinet belonged to the woman who lived here before.
Is it the only thing from the old owner?
Yes.
Could the things have fallen from this specific cabinet because the spirit of the man I saw through the candle flame is somehow connected to the former owners of this house? The man says, "I am in charge here. I lived here. It's like a cage for me. This is the last place where I was alive. I left from here. My head aches. Inside," he says, "everything is burning."
He overdosed on pills.
He was a young man. He used to live in this house.
This is the son of the woman from whom they bought the house. He took a deadly dose of pills and poisoned himself.
The ambulance team called by the parents failed to save the young man. This was a year before the Savchuks bought the house.
Suicides are tied to the place of their death.
I'm afraid of what's threatening the child. The soul of the deceased said that.
I can't even imagine who this faceless man is, and how dangerous he must be if even the spirit of a suicide fears him. The suicide spirit is unrestful. You need to invite a priest to lay his soul to rest.
He says a woman is to blame.
What woman?
She's connected to this place, and she's connected to a child.
The psychics decide to go outside to tune in there.
Guys, something pulled me by the skirt. There was someone in the yard, someone short, and a chill ran down my leg. I realized that the spirit of a child was present there.
A man. He's faceless. He has no face. Why are you here? I return because of the woman. It's somebody in the family.
Who's she?
Could this woman be Tatiana's mother, Helena? I had a clear feeling that more than one deceased person haunted her. They come to her in crowds. Maybe the faceless man is somehow connected to her? Dead souls haunt you.
Probably, but I don't see them.
How can you not see them if you, work with death? How's that?
No idea.
Helena works as a dispatcher at the local power company. What do the dead souls and death have to do with it?
You have power. It's in your hands. Do you use it? Do you do something?
Only prayers and eggs. I roll the egg and that's all. I do nothing more.
It turns out Helena practices healing.
Do you help people?
I do.
Do you save them? From death?
Yes, from death.
So this means you work with death.
Helena, I want to see through the mirror if there is a relation between your work and what's happening to the boy. Close your eyes. I saw a woman in the past. It's you. You are lying on the roadside. Were you in an accident? What happened?
Yes, there was an accident. I was riding a bicycle and had an accident. I was riding to work. My daughter was in the 4th grade then. I was riding a bicycle in the evening. There was only a narrow path in the middle of the road, not covered with ice, where you could ride.
And suddenly, another cyclist appeared riding towards the woman out of the darkness.
We collided head-on. We didn't see each other. He was blinded by headlights, and I was blinded by a car. After that, I had cancer. I fell and hit my chest and head on the handlebars. I had fractures and the doctors had to stitch me up.
She spent a lot of time in intensive care, caught between life and death. She says she already saw the other world, but they told her it wasn't her time yet, and that she had to return and help people.
I asked, what? Why? And they said, you will know when the time comes.
Helena says she felt a strange power in her hands a year after the accident.
A person's abilities open up like this after they enter a borderline state between life and death?
She helps people, but she says she can't help her kin because she doesn't see us fully and can't help us much.
But what does your grandson have to do with this? I hear that you told a young man everything would be fine, but he passed away.
That's true. He was in a coma, and I said he would recover, but he died.
Helena, the thing is that the deceased seek the guilty. You gave hope.
I gave him hope. Yes, I gave him hope.
The spirit of the deceased young man to whom Helena promised healing holds a grudge against her personally, not her relatives. And he comes to Helena, to the place where she lives, and accepts the sick. She needs to order a 40-day prayer service for her health every 40 days at the church.
And her grandson, Ilya, is in danger regardless of whether his grandmother stays with them or not. This man, the spirit of the man, comes not because of you. Yana, wait, I hear him again. The man. He's here, and he's breathing. What? What happened?
I don't feel well.
Bring water.
Tetiana is barely holding on. What shocked her so much?
Rubina saw the spirit, and Tetiana felt it immediately.
My head felt hot.
Any better now?
Yes.
Something's pulling me. What's this?
It's a spirit.
It's a little boy. He says, go to the door, pointing with his finger. Look.
He says, everything was fine. I had a family. 1, 2, and I'm gone.
He's running away. Quick!
The road. Watch out.
I didn't understand anything. Who was the dead boy I saw? Why did he bring us to the crossroads? Tetiana, the mirror is showing me. Mom and Dad are coming.
The owner's daughter.
The previous owner of the house.
And a stroller. He says he's in the stroller.
A child in a stroller was hit.
A baby indeed died at this crossroads. The young parents were pushing their 7-month-old baby in a stroller.
They were walking and a car was speeding.
That day, the family was coming to visit the place where the Savchuks now live. The boy was the grandson of the former owners of this house.
The man who hit the child and killed him got away with it.
He bought his way out.
The man who killed the baby never spent a day in prison. The court released him from criminal liability under an amnesty as a disabled veteran of the Afghan War, and ordered him to pay financial compensation to the boy's parents.
But a murderer can't escape karmic retribution. If not him, then his descendants will pay for his crime. He must repent deeply for his sin. The boy's spirit wanted justice. He wanted everyone to know that evil wasn't punished. That's why he took us to the crossroads where he died. But as soon as we revealed the truth about his death, the boy brought another spirit. It was a girl of about 5.
The boy said that the girl was also from the house. That is from Tetiana and Ruslan's house.
A little girl. She's wearing a skirt, and she's light-haired like sunshine. She says, "A man killed me."
At that moment, I remembered what the cards had told me in the morning before the investigation. When I asked where to look for the faceless man, the cards told me that a dead girl had the answer. The girl accuses a man. She says a man is to blame, and now some man comes and wants to take your child to the other side.
Wait a second, she says it's my home.
I'm from this family.
All right, let's go to Tetiana and Ruslan's house now. What is this little girl's relation to this family? Why does she claim that their house is hers?
You cried for me, and you suffered for me. I should be about 4 or 5 now. Who is this?
The twins. There were supposed to be 2 of them.
It's the unborn child.
Yes, the unborn child.
It's a spirit.
She's fair-haired and curly. I saw her when I was pregnant. I see children. I saw them both in my dream. Ilya and her, yes.
Gives me goosebumps.
Tetiana, what were you going to name the girl?
Sophia.
Sophia? She wants to help.
The girl's spirit says that the faceless man comes because of her mother. So, the woman because of whom the faceless man's spirit tries to take Ilya is Tetiana.
Everyone froze. Tetiana is aghast. Is she really the cause of her only son's troubles? But who is the man who appears in her dreams and who took away her daughter?
Rubina and I thought for a long time about how to find out who this faceless man was. Finally, we decided to summon him.
We need Tetiana so he can show who he is and what he wants. There is a ritual, a very ancient gypsy ritual.
I agree.
I need a circle of fire.
Don't leave the circle.
You may feel unwell. In this case, tell me right away. He's here. I see him. Tetiana, he's standing behind you. He has wings behind his back. He's embracing you with his wings. I've seen the wings in a dream.
Tetiana feels very unwell. She's barely standing. Will the ritual have to be stopped?
Water. Bring water.
Here, here, here.
Here, drink it.
He's standing and saying, "You left me here. You wanted this. I am with you."
Yura, is that you? Yura?
It can't be.
Yura, please, don't hurt us. Don't hurt my son, Yura.
Who's that?
It's her ex-partner.
He died. We lived together, and he died at 25. When they started describing him, I immediately realized who it was.
Remember the black mask on the road? It was a sign. The spirit was hiding his face. He wore a faceless mask, so the boy couldn't describe him, and Tetiana couldn't recognize him.
Yura was Tetiana's partner. They weren't married, but lived together for 4 happy years. But the couple had no children because the man suddenly died.
Pneumonia. The doctors misdiagnosed him, and he burned alive. He was a very good person.
You still hold him inside you.
A woman standing over a coffin and whispering something. What did you say over his coffin?
I was very attached to him, and I asked him to stay and be my guardian angel, but I didn't want him to do harm. I said, "I want you to stay with me even after death because I loved him so much and couldn't forget him. Yura, I simply wanted you to stay with me."
And you still think of him.
Yes.
You still love him.
Yes.
Tetiana met Ruslan 6 months after Yura's death.
When I met Ruslan, my husband, for a long time, I was afraid of this relationship.
It's her love. Naturally, I was awkward to hear all this.
He says, "You broke my wings. You betrayed me. You asked me to stay. That's why I saw the bloodied wings in my dream. They were bleeding because they were broken.
Why is he after the boy? Because it's not his child.
Yura is jealous, even of the child. This is the only connection between you and Ruslan, right? He wants to remove him to stay with you, Tetiana.
You have a living man, and he will pull you out of the hell you're in.
You will take her out of the circle. Come on, come on, come on. Grab her, pull her out, pull her out. Good job, good job.
I want you to forgive me for thinking about him and constantly remembering him while living with you. I want you to always be with me. I need you very much.
It's going to be fine. Everything will be all right.
When we bury someone, we must let them go. So, you both need to walk around 2 circles with salt. This will seal him.
Go in peace.
Leave and let me go. I forgive you and let you go.
He accepts it.
A massive cloud. I see the wings. Here, I see them.
The clairvoyants have finished their work. We hope the man in the mask will no longer harm Ilya.
They restored our family and brought us peace of mind. Thank you so much for everything.
A mystical force has possessed a girl's body. Can the psychics exorcise the evil spirit? Don't miss out an astonishing secret of the victim. 15-year-old Maria Shamray is an ordinary Ukrainian girl. She looks just like millions of teenagers around the world. She excels in school, dreams of becoming a physician, loves reading, and helps her mom at their family store. However, the peaceful life of this typical family has turned upside down lately.
Something awful has been happening to her in the past 2 weeks. She's been screaming hysterically. It looks really terrifying.
The terror began on Easter Sunday. Traditionally, the family went to church in the evening to have their Easter breads blessed. Maria went with them. Suddenly, she was seized by an inexplicable fit.
The pain was indescribable. I don't even know how to put it into words.
Maria went back home. Once in the house, she fainted. Fortunately, her uncle was there at the time.
I brought her inside and started giving her water. When you don't understand what's causing it, it's terrifying.
After this incident, Maria fell ill and spent a week in bed.
The pain was hellish.
But it was only the beginning. The worst was yet to come.
Each seizure was accompanied by her not seeing us clearly, only silhouettes. But when it passed, she could see well again.
These unexplained fits were soon accompanied by an unearthly scream. It all looked like some supernatural creature was screaming through the girl.
These fits lasted nearly a month, almost every day.
Maria's relatives live in constant fear, as no one knows when the next seizure will strike. Because of this, Maria stopped going to school, leaving the house, and interacting with her peers.
We've seen all the doctors, from the therapist to the neurologist. We've done all the tests, but they only shrugged. They found nothing.
Then, things took an even stranger turn. One morning, Maria woke up and started behaving very oddly. Her mother thought that she was in a semi-conscious state, as Maria was telling her that she could sense all her ailments.
I was alone with her. She sounded like someone out of their mind, speaking in a different voice, not her usual tone, with her eyes closed, telling me all these things.
Over time, the neighbors started coming to ask Maria for advice. Rumors spread through the town that the girl had developed psychic abilities and was a medium.
She started predicting things and said she wanted to heal people. We don't know how to deal with all this.
However, the family is concerned about Maria's health. The strange seizures are becoming more frequent, and the girl's terrifying screams echo through their home.
It's not for the faint of heart. She screams in a voice that's not her own.
For it's unbearable to watch. You drown in your tears. It's pure torment, a living hell.
We're pleading for help from any psychics who can hear us. We have no one else to turn to.
The mother doesn't understand what's happening to her only daughter. She raises Maria on her own. The girl's father left the family before her birth, so the woman fears losing the only meaning of her life.
I'm ready for anything. She's my everything, my only child.
To figure out what is going on, our project's experts, Olga Kalinova and Larissa Mohila, who is assisted in her work by a female spider named 13, arrive on the scene.
Such a beautiful girl. But for some reason, I see something like a beast inside her. The beast is hairy and has claws, and it's slowly tearing the girl apart from within. She's in mortal danger.
The mother senses it, and when her daughter's condition improves, she takes her to church. But this brings no relief.
She started to feel unwell inside the church. She felt a pressure on her shoulders. Still, she held on there, but when she got home, she started screaming and crying, saying she was being torn apart.
It feels like someone digs claws into my body, down to my bones.
Maria says the only thing that somewhat eases her condition is cats. There are now 12 of them in the family, always by her side. The psychics arrive at Maria's home, where her mother is waiting for them.
Hello. Please, come in. I hope you can help us.
Where is your daughter?
She's inside. Please.
Hello. Maria, may I sit by you? The energy here is very heavy. Some force from the other side is draining all your life energy. Please give me some water. I don't feel well. Some entity, like a vampire, started draining my life force. It was the entity from inside Maria, and it did the same to her.
Are you any better now?
Yes, thank you. I'm better now. That's why I brought holy water with me.
13 is acting strange, look. She senses strong negativity. I feel it too as I get closer to the girl, and when I approach, she hides behind me. A man from her past. The cards show me a man standing next to her. He's not a blood relative. He's someone close to her, bound by love and affection.
Dima.
Before her strange seizures began, Maria had been dating a boy named Dima for 3 months. Could he have anything to do with what's going on?
Please, give me a card with your hand. I see people meeting on the road.
On the bus.
They rode the bus together to school.
I take the bus to school, and so does he. That's how we met.
He loved her so much and she loved him. He was so protective of her.
An intense love turns into obsession and stalking. He constantly thinks about you and watches you. That's what's coming from him now.
After we broke up, he's been hanging around our house all the time.
He would dial her all the time.
And when he's around, I feel sick. But when he leaves, I feel better immediately.
Dima was with the Shamrays at the church on the Easter morning when Maria's first seizure occurred, so the mother and daughter suspect that he might be responsible for what's happening to Maria now.
We need to talk to Dima to have a clearer picture.
Dima's home is just 5 kilometers from Maria's.
Is anybody home? Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Our visions brought us to your home. There's a young man here who was connected to that girl.
He's coming.
This is Valentina, Dima's mother. Soon, Dima himself comes out to talk to the psychics.
Hello? Are you the boy who stalked Maria?
I never stalked her.
God, Irina, why are you doing this? It's so embarrassing.
It's not. We're trying to understand what's happening to my child.
What does this have to do with us?
It's clear that the mother and son don't like this conversation. However, the psychics must make sure if Dima is indeed responsible for Maria's condition.
I had a feeling that something wasn't right. There was something else neither me nor Larissa noticed. Dima, why were you constantly following Maria?
I wanted to prove that I truly love her.
He would give her flowers and bring her home. Maria was here all the time. He did everything for her.
Irina, Maria, you believe that Dima is somehow responsible for the seizures, but in reality, he's just deeply in love with the girl. And the fact that he kept showing up near your place, and then the seizures happened, it's a strange coincidence. He didn't do anything wrong. On the contrary, he's still worried about you, Maria. I started praying, asking higher powers for a sign. But we didn't expect our prayers to have such power because what happened next was beyond anyone's prediction.
Another seizure. Are you unwell?
You have water?
Yes.
Breathe. Inhale and exhale deeply.
It just hurts, like I'm being torn with claws.
Claws tearing her chest apart.
Dark forces control Maria. I recited a prayer, and they started to react. They fear prayers and anything sacred.
Bring water.
More water. Hold her head.
Olga, give me a candle. The candles snapped. Olga, the candles are dying out.
It seemed that Maria was about to be torn apart by that strange beast inside her.
Let's take her to a closed space. Lie down on the seat.
Hearing the girl's screams, people from neighboring houses come out, visibly terrified.
Everyone, step back. This is dangerous. We continued to fight for Maria, trying to free her from the grip of the dark forces that had possessed her. Just a moment. Where's my holy water?
Maria, do you hear me?
I do.
The force inside you will leave now. Be quiet.
We managed to ward off those dark forces, but only temporarily. I'm afraid to say that, but the girls seem to be in cahoots with the dark forces.
The psychic's words send shivers down the spine. But how could this be?
That's all. You're with us. Please give me some water now.
Maria is better, but Dima can't hold back his tears, as he still loves her.
I need a moment. I need to collect myself.
It seems the psychic's nerves are giving way. Without explanation, Larissa Mohila leaves everyone and walks away.
Take away your camera. Do you understand what just happened?
The psychic is extremely nervous. Olga Kalinova goes to her. She asks us to stop filming. An hour passes, but the psychics won't return.
Are you all right?
Yes. I want home.
The girl is sent home with her aunt. Her mother stays behind to hear what the psychics have to say.
Irina, please forgive me. It's a very complex situation.
I'm having a vision, like pieces of a puzzle coming together. It's like a game. It felt like a dark game that forces that tried to possess Maria played with her, and she, unfortunately, lost. And now, those dark forces are trying to take her life.
The psychic's words are simply shocking. What game with dark forces is she talking about? Is Maria somehow to blame for what's happening to her?
Let's take a little walk. I don't feel well. It feels like I took on your daughter's state. The forces are so evil, but why are they inside the girl? Irina, we must come back to your daughter.
Just as everyone gets in the van, Irina's sister calls.
She's screaming wildly. Oh my God.
It turns out Maria is having another seizure.
Stay away from me.
Maria's mother prays. As usual, the family gives Maria a candle. But it seems this only makes her condition worse. The psychics are also deeply frightened and try to approach Maria, but she won't let anyone near her.
Get away. Back off.
Something terrifying is happening. Everyone is at a loss. Will the psychics be able to help the girl?
Maria, do you hear me? I'm going to recite an incantation now. Fight!
I don't know if I can.
It seems the girl calms down. But what kind of force is tormenting her? Where did it come from?
Come on, let's calm your mom.
It's going to be okay. Why are you crying?
Wait, a spirit of an elderly man has come to us. He's your blood relative. An elderly man who has passed away.
My father.
The spirit of Maria's grandfather was very agitated and seemed to be trying to tell us something.
His favorite granddaughter, a feeling of care, and Maria also had a strong attachment to him.
For Maria, her grandfather was like her mother and father. He was her entire family.
We know it.
He loved me very much.
Maria had no father, and her mother was always busy at work, so the girl stayed with her grandfather most of the time, and she was his favorite.
He was very dear to me. He understood me like no one else. I spent most of my time with him.
Maria had everything she pleased. Attention was all she lacked. She doesn't open her soul completely. Could you tell your mother everything? The way you and Grandpa used to communicate?
I've never told anyone else.
The grandfather remains her guardian and protector. He wants to protect her from this force, and for some reason, he's afraid. The devil.
Oh God.
That means this force is here.
Maria, you're under the power of Lucifer himself.
You gazed into the realm of darkness.
This is incredible, but this girl is only 15 years old. How did dark forces find their way into her life?
I see the puzzle pieces again. But now I see you, Maria, sitting and putting them together, one by one. You're playing a game, but you don't even realize that you're playing with death.
But what does this all mean?
Maria, I see a book in your hands. The book influenced you and changed your worldview.
Maria started departing to the unreal world on her own.
Later, Maria confessed that after her grandfather's death, she indeed read a book about a lonely girl who gained extraordinary abilities.
It was in the book. The main character lost someone she loved very much. She had magical abilities and fought against evil.
Maria identified with the book's protagonist. Indeed, her grandfather, who she loved, had passed away. The only difference between Maria and the girl from the book was that Maria had no abilities, so she started pretending to be a psychic. Admit it, Maria, you pretended to be a clairvoyant, didn't you?
Maria finds it hard to speak. Later, she confessed that she indeed pretended to be a psychic, as she wanted to be like the heroine of the book.
The girl enjoyed her so-called game because she received attention, but she went too far. The forces of darkness decided to take control of her. Did she really want to have the abilities? Yes, they could have given them to her, but at the cost of her life.
An entity must have a specific reason to come and connect itself to someone's energy. It can be a life problem, an action, an event, negative thoughts or beliefs. In Maria's case, it was her belief that she could become a psychic.
Such entities are usually attracted to people with weak energetic protection. These can be children or teenagers. Additionally, it can happen when a person's asleep, stressed, shocked, or entranced.
When you had your first seizure, you were genuinely terrified, weren't you? And for a good reason. That's when the dark forces first came to you. That's why you reacted so strongly to everything related to the church. After all, the demon can't tolerate anything associated with the church. Holy water, candles, etc.
A clear sign of an entity's presence in a person is their reluctance to go to church, as well as their inability to stay in there. But this force wants to push you. You often feel a beast's claws tearing at you from within because the entity can't hide under the guise of good for long. It will reveal itself as a beast sooner or later. Then the beast will tear you apart from within. At the very least, you will lose your sanity. And in the end, your life.
I will perform a special ritual to drive this dark force away from you, Maria. But the ritual is dangerous, so I will do it alone, separately. But now, please pray. And never, Maria, never play with the dark forces again.
I am immensely grateful to you. I want all of this to end here and now.
I'll banish all these foolish thoughts from my head. I'll fight. I want everything to be all right from now on. Everything will be fine. I firmly believe that.
It's unbelievable. Fascinated with mystical books, the girl decided to play psychic, but became a victim of dark forces instead. Fortunately, the psychics were able to break the teenager's connection with the afterlife.